Israel is striking a massive gas field that's shared by Iran and Qatar. Now, Iran is vowing some retaliation for that in the Gulf. And it's happened again today. Israel says it took out yet another top Iranian leader. So we have NewsNation team coverage with international correspondent Robert Sherman in Tel Aviv tonight and White House correspondent Kelly Meyer live from the North Lawn this afternoon at the White House. So let's start with you, Robert. As I said, a lot going on. What do you want to start with tonight?
Yeah, hey there, Connell. Well, it's an uncertain hour here in the Middle East as the whole region awaits Iran's response to the strikes that were carried out on an oil field earlier today, with the IRGC saying they're prepared to put oil facilities in Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar directly into their crosshairs. And they're telling civilians near any of these oil sites to leave immediately. This is what the Revolutionary Guard had to say. These sites have become direct and legitimate targets and will be struck in the coming hours. Previously, clear and repeated warnings had been issued to your rulers about entering this dangerous path and gambling with the fate of their nations. We just heard from Saudi Arabia's defense ministry, which said that they intercepted a drone that was heading towards one of their oil sites a short while ago. This is a major move that has happened here over the span of this war that has broken out here in the Middle East, Connell. Direct action against energy infrastructure of Iran, upping the ante for showing exactly how far the United States and Israel are prepared to go in all of these operations here. Let's make many around the region uneasy. We heard from Qatar today, who was not thrilled with what they were seeing. They said the Israeli targeting of facilities linked to Iran's South Pars field, an extension of Qatar's North Field, is a dangerous and irresponsible step amid the current military escalation in the region. Targeting energy infrastructure constitute a threat to global energy security, as well as to the peoples of the region and its environment. We heard similar remarks coming from Oman just a short while ago as well. That is the big concern that you have here, Connell. Exactly what does this direct action against Iran's energy infrastructure do when it comes to the Iranian retaliation? We don't know exactly if the IRGC will be making good on their threats and if the air defense systems will be holding around the region, but consider the ante raised, and certainly a message being sent by American and Israeli forces that they are prepared to hit Iran wherever they want, whenever they want. Connell?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right to characterize it that way. You know, is it going to be furthering the American and Israeli interests, or does the escalation perhaps kind of have the opposite effect to some degree? Well, I guess we'll see in the next few days. And speaking of interest in the way things are being carried out, the other kind of big story, and you and I talked about this yesterday, but we have to talk about it, as I said, at the top of the hour again today. Israel, one by one now, taking out these Iranian leaders. See, obviously that's a strategy as well. You know, maybe hoping a leaderless regime is going to have a tough time hanging on to power. But talk a little bit more about what we saw, not only today, but the last couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 3 separate assassination strikes carried out in a span of 2 days here, Connell. The latest one being Iran's intelligence chief, Esmail Khatib, who was eliminated earlier today, according to the Israelis. I mean, when you look at the big picture here, Connell, I mean, the hope, you know, of a lot of these operations is that by continually going after the top of the regime, there is possibility that it opens the door for, you know, as we have said, you know, the words are being used precisely, creating the conditions for a change in the regime. But you look at the long list here, the supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, then you had Ali Larijani, that was another big name yesterday. You also had Ghulam Reza Soleimani yesterday, the head of the Basij unit. I mean, that is the group that really maintains power over the populace inside of Iran and enforces the regime's doctrines. So, I mean, you take, you know, all of these different pieces here, Connell. I mean, the hope is that this opens up opportunity on the ground in Iran. But as we always talk about, I mean, the regime is deeply rooted in Iran itself. There are still certainly more pieces on the board. Of course, I mean, there's the president of Iran, the foreign minister of Iran, who are still the two, you know, most focal faces that you have seen, you know, in recent weeks, of those who are still left anyways. But Israel continuing on with these operations to try and eliminate as many of these big figures as possible. Connell?
All right, Robert Sherman's in Tel Aviv for us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.